Hi there. So I've been thinking about different projects to do for quite a while. I've had many nights recently where I've been thinking about different transformations that characters could do in Dragon Ball. And ever since Daima came out and the Dragon Ball Super superhero film came out, I've really badly wanted to do this. Now, this is not complete by any means, but this is essentially the start of it. And what it is I've always thought that if you had a Saiyan that was raised on Namek and that was their biology was embedded with Namekian magic and they were taught Namekian magic, that a Saiyan could potentially have lots of transformations from that. I mean, you have God Ki in Dragon Ball Super, you have Ultra Ego with Vegeta, Ultra Instinct with Goku. Those are different paths of power. You know, Vegeta with Beerus and God of Destruction powers, and Goku with Ultra Instinct and Angel powers and stuff like that. And then Gohan has Gohan Beast, which is a really annoying form because apparently it's exclusive to him, but they didn't say if it's a thing only half Saiyans could get. I think maybe. But he also underwent the ultimate ritual, but he also, as a child, went Ozaru multiple times. So what I wonder is, so clearly Gohan is on some kind of Kai path or something like that. Something kind of like that, I don't know. Same similar thing, I guess, with Future Trunks, because in the manga he even had certain Kai powers, like the way they heal and stuff. So ever since all of this information came to me, I watched the film Superhero, I know about Daima, I watched all of Daima, and I do like the Dragon Ball Super manga because it introduces different paths to power and that. I've always thought, if a Saiyan was raised on Namek, would they not be able to achieve some kind of forms? And this, again, this is not complete. There's going to be a lot of side grades and other stuff going off, branching off. This is not complete, but I'll explain it so far. So, Namekian magic, the magic of the Namekians, and they can do a lot of stuff. If you've seen Daima, Neva, whatever, can do a lot of stuff. If you've seen the Namek arc, the potential unlocking and all of that stuff, and how it's like a progressive, gradual thing, and then Saiyan biology. And I thought about the Ozaru. So what this is, I called this uncontrolled primal Saiyan. And essentially what this is, I don't know if these scenes exist in the manga of Dragon Ball. I think they do. But if you've ever seen Goku or Gohan or Vegeta transform into an Ozaru, this is like the sort of halfway, where they have red eyes, sharp teeth, even the pointy ears, but they're not an Ozaru yet. So what if, with the help of Namekian magic, a Saiyan was able to stay in that state? So let's say they don't get the full times 10 power boost from an Ozaru. They want to stay in their humanoid form, but they don't want to be weaker. So they want like a 5 times power boost or something. This isn't Ikari. Ikari is a completely different thing. It possibly might even be exclusive to Broly, and that is essentially the Great Ape power in a Saiyan's body. This is like a Saiyan decides midway through transforming, nah, he doesn't want to fully transform. So that's what this is. And I put uncontrolled because with the red eyes and everything, I thought, why not? Plus, he probably has a lot of the primal rage of a Ozaru, and possibly if you don't have control over the Ozaru form and you go into this form, you'd still go all ballistic and berserk. And if you'll notice, Namekians have the pointy ears and the sharp teeth, and Ozarus have the same thing. They have pointy ears and sharp teeth. So there you go. He has red eyes because the Ozarus have red eyes, and he has the pointy ears and the sharp teeth from an Ozaru as well. But you could also say maybe some of that Namekian magic. Who knows? Similar thing here. The only difference is he can actually control the form and control the state, and his eyes aren't red like an Ozaru. So this is controlled. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This is like Right, so you know how you can have Super Saiyan 4, which is like Golden Ape, Golden Great Ape, and then you go back into your humanoid form and you're more powerful, Super Saiyan 4, and you also have things like Super Saiyan Blue, which combines, the Super Saiyan God with regular Super Saiyan. I thought to myself, Primal Super Saiyan. Primal Super Saiyan. So what if a Saiyan combined their primal Ozaru halfway form state with the Saiyan Super Saiyan transformation? I don't see why that couldn't happen. That's pretty cool. And this is also, just like Beast Gohan, loosely based off of the original design for Super Saiyan, where it had red eyes. So what this is, it's in terms of basic design philosophy, it's just regular Super Saiyan. I'm not very good at drawing Saiyan hair, by the way, just to let everyone know, as you can already tell. It's regular Super Saiyan, but he has a bit more of the primal side within, and it has red is it irises or pupils? I'm not a optician, I can't remember. It has the it has the pointy ears and the sharp teeth, the sharp fang-like teeth. Now, my favorite one is this. Unrestricted Namekian Magic Super Saiyan. That is exactly what it sounds like. It's all the Namekian magic combined with the Super Saiyan, so it's all the primal side of the Saiyan, inside the Super Saiyan and everything, combined with the Namekian magic. And the reason why it's orange is because Orange Piccolo, and also somewhat kind of Daima Super Saiyan 4, which is red. But I thought to myself, Orange Piccolo plus Super Saiyan 4. What would that look like? I might do another thing later on that branches off from this, like maybe a few transformations down the line. This would actually be Orange Super Saiyan 4 or whatever you want to call it, but it would look like a combination between Orange Piccolo and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Would it be Super Saiyan 4 GT or Super Saiyan 4 Daima? I'm not sure. I like aspects of both. Now, this is not complete. I'm going to do branching off transformations along all of these, branching off transformations, but I like this so far, and I should have done this maybe a few weeks ago. I just had a random spur of the moment. I was going to do this today. So here you go. I most likely am going to keep going with this because otherwise I'm just going to be thinking about this stuff at night time and not be able to sleep. Because when I try to sleep at night, I have a billion thoughts in my head, and I'm actually putting them out into the world this time, unlike 90% of the time, which I never end up doing. So, this is not complete, but it goes so far: Namekian magic plus a Saiyan's body, so Saiyan biology, unrestricted primal Saiyan, controlled primal Saiyan, primal Super Saiyan, and unrestricted Namekian Super Saiyan. By the way, he's not in a berserk state. He looks angry, but he can control it. But I wanted to bring back the red eyes of the Ozaru. Yes, he is the most angry looking, but the point there is he has the red eyes of an Ozaru, he has the fang teeth of an Ozaru and a Namekian, and the pointy ears of an Ozaru and a Namekian, and orange from like Orange Piccolo, whatever the heck that even is. So he may look I used unrestricted because it's like the Namekian magic and the Saiyan biology is not holding back. He has full access to both. So he can like very precisely control his Saiyan power, and he can very easily tap into the Namekian magic. And he looks angry because, I don't know, he's fighting a powerful enemy, not because he's lost all sense of himself. So there you go. That is what I've done so far. I will definitely try to do branching off things. I'm not the best at drawing, but this is what I've got. If anyone watches this, and I doubt anyone will, I would love certain ideas. I don't want hate comments about, oh, you can't draw very well. My brother in Christ, I already know that. I already know I can't draw very well. If you have genuine, interesting ideas, I will incorporate them, and if I do incorporate them, and there are people that suggest these to me, I will give credit where credit's due if I can remember people. So if I do a thing and I say, oh, I did this, this, and this, just know it's because I can't remember who suggested it. So if I don't credit someone, it's only because I can't remember who suggested the idea. So this is everything so far. I will continue this. Maybe I might do another upload on this in a few weeks, maybe a few days, maybe even later today. Who knows? We'll see. The video is now nearly 11 minutes long, so bye-bye.